I didn't seek help or get help until after I was in the military. At that point, it was probably my mid to late 20s. Probably around the age of 12 to 13, my mom had us in a very bad situation, a very abusive situation. And because of the household and environment that we were living in South Alabama, my thought process, which I didn't know it at the time, was that if I was dead, she could get out of this situation. Probably about 2.5 to 3 weeks before she was shot, she survived, but she was shot in the head by that man. I had attempted. And what had stopped me was actually my horses, because I heard them outside and my thought was, who was going to take care of them? I learned great trigger reactive skills to help me with whatever the situation is, whatever might be triggering those traumas or triggering that. I call them my lows. And so fast forward, I'm balanced, became a first sergeant.
To belong to the Air Force, it's so much more than just wearing a uniform. But when we put on that uniform, we become something so much bigger than just ourselves, right? We become part of an organization that has impact across the world. Right? We put on a uniform and it's not just a job, we actually are becoming part of a family.
Understanding that whether it's you get out of a relationship, whether you get a divorce or you lived in a different country or you went through combat, understanding that those things all change you a little bit. So give yourself grace and the time to figure out who you are in this new part of you.
When you say, hey, I'm going through something rough right now, and you share that with someone else, well, that just takes a little bit off your shoulders, and then as you're carrying it together, it makes the load lighter. You think about all those different awesome commercials, Navy SEALs and Rangers and, Special Tactics Airmen. When they're doing a training, they're not just doing things individually, they're carrying the logs together, they're carrying the raft together. So when we carry each other's burdens, it makes the whole thing a little bit lighter. Because you're helping each other, it's an exponential reward that is just so impressive to see when airmen take care of each other. We're not only taking care of each other, but again, we're taking care of that mission which we're called to do.
I never say balance, I say harmony, because some days what's going on at the house is not going to be the priority. It's defending our nation, it's the priority. But then sometimes it's the home life has to be the priority. We just got to give everybody a little grace. Have some courage and have the strength to be like, okay, this is what I need. Have the strength to speak up.
Whatever situation you find yourself in, you can change it. Our history has proven that across the Air Force. We've broken sound barriers. We've traveled across the world without stopping. After the earthquake in Haiti, there was no functioning control tower, and within 28 hours, we had Special Tactics Airmen take control of air traffic, managing over 160 flights per day without radar, only radios and binoculars, that allowed for over 17,000 tons of supplies to be delivered along with tens of thousands of medical personnel. We can do anything when we come together as a team. Because we're one family, we all work together and we support each other, and so then we want to be there for each other. And that's our main responsibility, to make sure that we're lifting each other up after a bad day, that we're celebrating those awards and those, going to those promotion ceremonies. Because when we do those things, we are representing that true family of how we are remembering each other, not leaving anybody alone, because we have an opportunity and a responsibility to make sure that no one's left behind.